Imagine a world where our actions are shaped solely by our experiences, and a world where our fears, our joys, and our loves are all learned responses to the world around us. This was the world I envisioned, a world governed by the principles of behaviorism. I believed that psychology should focus on observable behavior, not on the complexities of the inner mind. I rejected introspection, the dominant method of my time, and instead championed the study of how humans and animals learn through their interactions with the environment. My work, often controversial, challenged traditional views and laid the groundwork for a new era in psychological research. One experiment in particular, known as the Little Albert experiment, would come to define my legacy and spark decades of debate. This experiment, while ethically questionable by today's standards, provided groundbreaking insights into the nature of fear and how it can be learned. It demonstrated the power of classical conditioning, a fundamental learning process in shaping human behavior. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to see a baby get scared of a fluffy bunny?
To grasp the significance of Watson's work, we must first understand the concept of classical conditioning. Imagine a dog salivating at the sight of food. This is a natural, unconditioned response. Now, imagine a bell ringing every time the dog is presented with food. Eventually, the dog will associate the bell with food. This association, forged through repeated pairings, leads to a conditioned response. The dog will start salivating at the sound of the bell alone, even without food present. This, in essence, is classical conditioning, a process of learning by association, where a neutral stimulus, the bell, acquires the power to elicit a response, salivation, that was originally evoked by another stimulus, food. And if you think about it, it's like training your roommate to make you coffee every morning by playing their favorite song. Genius, right? In 1920, Watson and Rayner tested if classical conditioning could instill fear in a child. Their subject was a 9-month-old infant, little Albert. Albert was initially unafraid of various stimuli, including a white rat. However, he displayed a natural fear response to loud noises. The experiment unfolded in stages. Albert was presented with a white rat. As he touched the rat, Watson struck a steel bar, producing a loud sound. This pairing was repeated several times. Albert reacted with distress, crying at the sight of the rat. He exhibited fear towards other furry objects like a rabbit and a dog. Little Albert developed a conditioned fear response, showing classical conditioning's power. And let's be real, who wouldn't be scared of a giant rat and a loud noise? Poor kid. Section 4. Ethical concerns. The shadow of little Albert. While the Little Albert experiment provided valuable insights into the mechanisms of fear learning, it has been widely criticized for its ethical implications.
The experiment, conducted without informed consent from Albert's mother, subjected the infant to significant psychological distress. Furthermore, Watson and Rayner made no attempt to extinguish Albert's conditioned fears, leaving his psychological well-being in question.
The experiment's lasting impact on little Albert's life remains unknown, as his true identity and fate are shrouded in mystery. The Little Albert experiment serves as a stark reminder of the ethical considerations that must guide scientific inquiry. It highlights the need to balance the pursuit of knowledge with the well-being of research participants, especially when vulnerable populations are involved. And let's face it, scaring babies for science is a big no-no. Section 5. Beyond Little Albert, the legacy of the experiment. Despite its ethical shortcomings, the Little Albert experiment left an indelible mark on the field of psychology.
It provided compelling evidence for the role of learning in the development of phobias and helped to establish behaviorism as a dominant force in psychological research. The experiment's findings have had a profound impact on our understanding of mental health disorders, particularly anxiety disorders.
Therapies based on classical conditioning principles such as exposure therapy have proven effective in treating phobias and other anxiety-related conditions. The Little Albert experiment, while ethically problematic, paved the way for these therapeutic advances, offering hope and healing to those struggling with debilitating fears. And who knew scaring a baby could lead to so many breakthroughs? Section 6. Final thoughts, lessons learned, and the future of psychology. The Little Albert experiment stands as a testament to both the power and the perils of scientific inquiry.
It underscores the importance of ethical considerations in research and the need to protect the well-being of all participants. As we venture further into the uncharted territories of the human mind, we must remember the lessons learned from little Albert.
We must strive to conduct research that is both ethically sound and scientifically rigorous, research that illuminates the complexities of human behavior while upholding the dignity of every individual. Only then can we unlock the true potential of psychology and create a world where knowledge serves to empower, not exploit. And remember, folks, no more scaring babies for science. Let's keep it fun and ethical.